Welcome to Zoe Stories. My son has transitioned into my daughter. From the moment James came into our lives, he was a radiant beacon of positivity. His smile had the power to thaw even the coldest of hearts, and his kind nature was a constant reminder of the incredible person he was. Watching James grow into a reflection of his mother, I couldn't have been prouder. He epitomized the ideal child, excelling in his studies without ever faltering. Teachers adored him, and his peers admired him. His report cards were a constant source of pride, filled with glowing remarks. He truly was a model student. Teachers often praised him, and I couldn't agree more. James's excellence extended beyond academics. His impeccable behavior set him apart. While other parents worried about their children's mischief and disciplinary issues, I had no such concerns with James. James's unwavering decency was a source of solace for me. He never got into trouble at school, always following the rules with a respect and responsibility that belied his age. He was the child other parents envied, the one they wished they had. I frequently encountered envious glances and wistful remarks from friends. "I wish I had your James," they'd say, their voices tinged with longing and frustration, as they shared stories of the escapades and challenges they faced with their own children. They'd regale me with tales of tantrums, rebellions, and disciplinary headaches, while I could only nod sympathetically, unable to fully grasp their struggles. Amidst the admiration and envy, a quiet fear lingered in the depths of my heart. As much as I cherished James's goodness, I couldn't shake the worry that it might one day be challenged. I couldn't shake the nagging worry that it might all be too perfect, too good to be true. Was there a storm brewing beneath the calm facade of his demeanor, or was I just being paranoid? Unable to fully embrace the gift of having such a remarkable son, I found myself questioning everything. James's bond with Andrew was unlike anything I'd ever seen. From the very first moment they met, they were inseparable, like two halves of a single entity. They shared everything: laughter and tears, dreams and fears. Their friendship, born in the innocence of childhood, seemed indestructible. It was clear from their interactions that James and Andrew were more than just friends. They were kindred spirits. Their souls intertwined in a dance of camaraderie and companionship. They did everything together, their laughter echoing through the halls as they embarked on countless adventures, both real and imaginary. I marveled at the depth of their connection. In a world where friendships often seemed fleeting and superficial, theirs was a beacon of authenticity and loyalty. They were each other's confidants, their secrets safely kept within the sanctuary of their shared bond. As James's mother, I couldn't help but feel a twinge of concern at the intensity of their friendship. James didn't have many friends besides Andrew. While part of me worried that he might be missing out on other social experiences, another part of me was comforted knowing he had found a true companion in her. Their closeness was palpable, evident in the way James' face lit up at the mere mention of Andrew's name. He would enthusiastically ask if he could visit her, his excitement almost palpable, like a pot about to boil over. Although a small part of me occasionally questioned if their bond was too close for comfort, those doubts were always swiftly erased by the genuine sincerity of their friendship. It was an ordinary afternoon when James returned from yet another visit to Andrew's house. As he casually dropped his bag and went to refill his water bottle, something caught my eye, a flash of brown amidst the usual clutter of his belongings. My curiosity was piqued. I leaned in closer, expecting to find a stray strand of Andrew's hair, a harmless memento of their friendship. However, what I discovered was far from innocent. Nestled among James's belongings was a wig, a cascade of brown locks that seemed completely out of place in our home. My heart skipped a beat as I processed the implications of this unexpected discovery. Andrew, with her signature blonde hair, had no reason to leave behind a wig, especially one of such a different hue. A wave of unease washed over me as I struggled to comprehend what I was seeing. Why would James have Andrew's wig in his possession? And more importantly, What did it mean? Why was he keeping it hidden from me? A million questions swirled in my mind, each more unsettling than the last. A deep sense of dread settled in the pit of my stomach. Was there something sinister lurking beneath the surface of James and Andrew's friendship? Had I been blind to the warning signs, oblivious to the truth that had been hidden in plain sight? My mind raced with terrifying possibilities, each more alarming than the last. I confronted James, my voice trembling with a mix of fear and desperation. He looked at me with wide-eyed innocence, his expression a mask of confusion and surprise, and he claimed. He insisted he had no idea how the wig ended up in his bag, suggesting it must have been a prank or a misunderstanding. But his words felt hollow, lacking the sincerity that usually marked our conversations. As I pressed him for answers, James's facade began to crumble, revealing glimpses of a truth I was unprepared to face. In a barely audible whisper, he confessed to me that he had been hiding a secret, one so profound, so earth-shattering, that it threatened to unravel the very fabric of our lives. James's words hung heavily in the air, each syllable a dagger to my heart. He spoke of a longing he had harbored for as long as he could remember, a desire to explore his femininity in ways society deemed unacceptable. With tears in his eyes, he shared his truth. He confessed that he had always felt drawn to the world of femininity, a realm that had provided him solace and acceptance. In the supportive embrace of his closest friend Andrew, he found a lifeline. Her gentle encouragement and steadfast support had guided him through the tumultuous journey of self-discovery with a kindness and understanding that I could scarcely comprehend. They had embarked on a journey of exploration and acceptance, shedding the constraints of societal norms in favor of authenticity and truth. As James revealed his deepest thoughts and feelings, I grappled with the enormity of what he was sharing. My mind spun with 1,000 bewildering questions. How had I missed the signs? What kind of mother was I, so unaware of my child's struggles? With trembling hands and a voice choked with emotion, I reached out to James and pulled him into a tight embrace. In that moment, all pretense melted away, revealing only the raw truth of our shared humanity. I whispered words of love and acceptance, vowing to stand by him through whatever trials lay ahead. James nodded, his eyes brimming with a blend of fear and hope. "Yes, Mom," he replied, his voice barely more than a whisper. "I do, and Andrew helps me. She understands me in a way no one else does." As James' confession lingered, I found myself caught in a whirlwind of emotions. Guilt gnawed at me, a relentless reminder of the signs I had missed and the moments I had failed to recognize. How could I, as his mother, have been so blind to his innermost desires? Yet amid the guilt, there was also a glimmer of hope, a flicker of optimism that hinted at the possibility of redemption and healing. The wounds that had been left unheld for too long stirred within me. Resolute to make things right, I reached out to James, my voice trembling with genuine remorse. "I'm sorry, James," I whispered, my heart weighed down with regret. "I should have known. I should have been there for you." James's response was a tender smile, a silent affirmation that forgiveness had been granted. In that moment, our eyes met in a wordless exchange of understanding. I knew our bond was strong enough to overcome any challenge. With renewed determination, I proposed that we embark on a journey of exploration together, one where James could finally embrace his true self without fear or hesitation. His eyes lit up with excitement at the prospect, a bright beacon of hope and anticipation. Leading him into my room, I watched as James carefully donned his blonde wig, his fingers deftly arranging the strands. As he took his seat at my vanity, I asked him how he envisioned his makeup, eager to understand his vision as he had learned from Andrew. With a shy smile, James revealed his chosen female name, Diana, a name that seemed to perfectly capture the essence of his newfound identity. "Well, Diana," I said, my voice brimming with pride, "how would you like me to do your makeup, dear?" Under Diana's gentle guidance, I began applying the makeup, each brushstroke reflecting the deepening connection between mother and daughter. As I worked, Diana revealed her secret admiration for my dresses, a yearning to embrace the freedom and beauty they symbolized. With a playful grin, she shared her dreams and desires with me. I pulled out my favorite dress from the closet, holding it out to Diana like a cherished gift. "Today is your lucky day," I teased, my eyes sparkling with excitement. "How about I help you put it on?" With a mix of eagerness and apprehension, Diana slipped off her clothes, revealing the panties and bra she wore underneath. The panties and bra she wore beneath were a silent testament to the courage it took for her to embrace her true self. As I helped Diana slip into the dress, a sense of joy and acceptance filled the room, dispelling the darkness that had long overshadowed our lives. "Well, Diana," I said, stepping back to admire her transformation, "you're ready to take on the world, aren't you?" Diana twirled in front of the mirror, her laughter ringing through the room like a symphony of hope. But our journey of discovery was far from over, and with a playful sparkle in her eye, Diana knew there was more to come. Diana shared her desire to master walking in heels, an essential skill for any budding fashionista. She confessed that while she had been practicing with Andrew, the heels were too high for a beginner like her, without missing a beat. I pulled out my own collection of heels from the closet, a variety of heights and styles I'd gathered over the years. "Don't worry, Diana," I said, a smile playing at the corners of my lips. "I'll teach you." I guided her with patience and encouragement, ready to help her find her footing. I demonstrated the art of walking in heels, guiding Diana on how to swing her hips gracefully, distribute her weight evenly, and walk with confidence and poise from heel to toe. With each step, Diana's confidence grew, her determination radiating in her eyes. "Thank you, Mom," she said, her voice brimming with gratitude. "You're the best." But our journey didn't end there. As Diana admired her newfound skills in the mirror, she hesitantly asked, "Mom, do you think I'm allowed to get my nails painted?" Without a moment's hesitation, I replied with a smile, "Of course, Diana. Why don't we?" "I'll paint them for you," I said, retrieving my collection of nail polishes. I offered them to Diana, letting her select her favorite color. With steady hands and a gentle touch, I applied the polish, each stroke reflecting the beauty and authenticity of her newly embraced identity. "They look beautiful on you, Diana," I complimented, a swell of maternal pride rising within me. As Diana admired her freshly painted nails, a radiant smile lighting up her face, I realized this was only the beginning of a journey rich with love, acceptance, and endless possibilities. Standing together, mother and daughter, united in our shared exploration, I felt a profound sense of hope and determination burning brightly in my heart. I wrapped my arms around Diana, pulling her into a tight embrace. "I love you, Diana," I whispered, my voice thick with emotion. "No matter what happens, I will always be here for you." As Diana returned the embrace, her smile broadening with joy and gratitude, I felt a deep certainty that together we could overcome any challenge life might present. In the end, love would always prevail, illuminating our path and guiding us through even the darkest moments. Thank you for joining us on another captivating journey through Zoe's stories. Remember to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a tale. Until next time, keep exploring, keep imagining, and keep believing in the magic of storytelling. See you in the next chapter.